Celebrating 40 years is a significant milestone that often evokes reflection, gratitude, and recognition of accomplishment.
Feeling very excited about it. When I reflect on it, some artists took 10 to 15 years before they get through. They keep knocking at the door. The first time the nation heard about the Soleil Mas Gilbert, they show me that love. They show me that respect. They go crazy over the beats. They go crazy over the excitement. They go crazy over the rhythm. And I appreciate that.
Sunday, August 3rd at the Progress Park in St. Andrew. It's Specky 40. Tickets available from gotofed.com. Presented by Soleil Mas Gilbert in association with the SpiceMas Corporation and Sedu.
Who want to jam a jamming too?
Good morning, clubbers. Of course, welcome to another edition of the Wake Up Club. It's a fantastic Friday in the Isle of Spice, and as I always say, every morning, the first thing we do is we practice gratitude. And of course, let me tell you what I'm grateful for this morning. I'm grateful for the breath of life. I am grateful for family and friends. I am grateful that we still live in one of the safest places on the planet, and I'm grateful for you, the viewer. Because I know you have options. You have options. You could be looking at other programs, but you've decided to tune into the Wake Up Club this morning via the Ride Along network. Now, I know every day I tell you that every day is a day for you to become a better version of the person you were yesterday. And I know it's easier said than done. I know it's not easy navigating personal relationships. It's the hardest thing you will ever do in your lifetime, and that's navigating relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's personal relationships, whether it's family. Dealing with people is the hardest thing that you will ever do. And I know that sometimes I come on here and I tell you, live your best life, become the best version of yourself. But I also want you to know, I know it's easier said than done. And I also want to remind you that when people are not nice to you, and not nice is using a simple term. When people are cruel or they're mean or they're unkind to you, I just want to remind you that it has nothing to do with you. It has more to do with their own internal struggles that they're dealing with. And yes, I encourage you to turn the other cheek. And sometimes it's not easy to turn the other cheek. I struggle with that myself, because sometimes I let myself down because I am reactive sometimes, and when I am reactive, after time has passed, I realize that I wasted energy because they haven't changed their frame of thought. They're not a better person, and I just wasted a lot of energy, struggling to deal with how they made me feel. But listen, you must always do the right thing all the time. But I just want you to know that I ain't a hypocrite. I understand it's not easy doing the right thing all the time, but it's something you've got to do. Now, as I said, it's a fantastic Friday. It's the 4th of July. It's Independence for our friends and family in the United States. Of course, the day commemorates the ratification of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. So it's a historic day in the United States, and there's a lot going on up there. But I like to focus on the positive, and we living in peace and harmony here. Like I sit down and I watching through my window, and I seen people on the bus stop, getting ready to head to work. The place a little damp, but listen, we'll cool down the heat a bit. Listen, it is just a fantastic Friday. This morning I have incredible guests. I have brothers Ruston and Robbie Benjamin, and we're gonna be talking mass, we're gonna be talking music, and we're gonna be talking more. So clubbers, I want to thank you for joining in this morning. We take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna dive into that conversation. Thank you for joining us on the Wake Up Club. See you soon.
Calling the CARICOM community, assembling Global Africa, the 4th edition of the Afri-Caribbean Trade Investment Forum. Active 2025 is coming to St. George, Grenada, this 28th to 29th July. Join government and business leaders, investors, and trade and finance institutions to explore the theme, resilience and transformation. Enhancing Africa-Caribbean economic cooperation in an era of global uncertainty. Be there as we stand together to strengthen our commercial ties, to promote shared trade and investment opportunities, and unlock prosperity for Africa, the Caribbean, and the wider diaspora. The 4th Afri-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum. Reserve your place now at active2025.com.
Welcome back. And of course, before we begin, I want to shout out some of the clubbers who are here. Rachel Botang, Alexandra Velez, Lacey J, Loisy, all the clubbers that are here. I want to say a special good morning to you. Roderick Thomas, always here on the Wake Up Club, or loyal clubbers. I want to say a special good morning. But we're going to dive straight into our conversation with Ruston and Robbie Benjamin. Ruston and Robbie, welcome to the Wake Up Club.
Thank you very much. Good morning, special morning to all the viewers, all the clubbers, Loisy, my good friend Lacey, Kurt, special good morning to you, to Junior, and to the entire audience that is listening, to people in the diaspora. Yeah.
Listen,
special good morning.
Listen, it's a pleasure to have you guys on. Of course, it's an early morning, it's a Friday morning, but I would like to begin. For those who don't know you, I want to give you the opportunity to tell me about yourselves, who you are in your own words, where you're from, family man. Tell me who you are. Mister, any one of you can jump.
Well, I would go first, right? I'm from the little island of Petit Martinique.
Nice.
Went to school in Bishop College, but after I transferred to Grenada Wesley College because we had to move from Caracou to Petit Martinique, to Grenada, sorry, And then from there, migrated to Puerto Rico, start doing music out there, and then after come back to Grenada and take it on a different level, But I'm also a fisherman by trade, a family man, into music. I'm getting into the carnival thing now and all. So I'm like jack of all trade, like a mixture of everything, so to speak,
Okay, Ruston.
Yeah, well, as my brother said, we from the small island, the tri-island state of Petit Martinique, and just check it out, the smallest island, the tri-island state. And actually, I started in them days. They had pre-primary school, and then we have primary school. So in primary school, I was always like a brilliant boy. So I came first in my exams from class 1 to class 5. Passed common entrance, went to Bishop's College in Caracou, Then afterwards, graduated. To cut a long story short, after Carrico, we went to Grenada, me and my brother and the entire family, mom, dad, sisters and brothers. After we went to Grenada, we stayed in a place called Tyrrell Street. That's right over the complex there.
Yeah.
Where I pursue my studies. I started extending my studies in National College. For 2 years, I studied refrigeration,
Okay.
and after refrigeration, well, I started working like a little waiter, like a waiter. Then I went, then after that, I pursued a career in sailing. I went out to sail like an ordinary seaman. So in that now, I realized that, I was good at what I was doing. I did went to school in Jamaica and further my studies in navigation, where I became a full-blown captain on ships. And after that, came back on vacation in December there, and that is when, I started the soca music, as we say.
Okay, well, let me dive into that. What inspired you to get into music? And I know both of you are musical. So that question is for both of you, but we're going to start with you, Ruston, because, I tuned in last night. I was taking in the quarterfinals and I saw you on stage. So tell me about that and what inspired both of you to get into music.
Well, actually, what inspired me to get in music, I always, since I was small, I always loved music, and my father, he used to always have these records on Sundays. Mom will play Charlie Pride, Jimmy Reeves, Pussy Sledge, and all these great guys. And I used to always listen, Bob Marley and the whole works. And then on Sunday, I used to always listen to this music, and I fell in love with music so much and get so passionate that I started listening all genres of music, right? But what really happened now, what really touched a chord is when the dancehall came out. It was boops in them time. And I gravitated to dancehall. That was my first love. And also Zouk music also. And after that, in the 90s, well, my music started in the 90s. We used to dub, me and Talpree. We used to walk the street from National College after school and dub, freestyle, we call it, right? So my first music was dancehall. We used to sing and stuff like that. And then after, as I said, I went out to sea and came back. I just get the inspiration, just grow and grow. Wanted to come in the soca music, from the dancehall to the soca music.
Okay. Robbie, I know you involved in it too.
Well, as for
Yeah.
me, as for me, well, my brother is like my biggest role model. Like you said, growing up, he and Tall Pre, Colorman, all these guys used to be dubbing. You know, even the virgin name a guy named Fire. So and Jeffrey D, they used to dance and do break dance and backflip and all this stuff. You know what I mean? So I used to always be like the smallest around them, always going to their little functions and seeing the reaction they get in. And every time he's singing, I always in my mind I say, man, I would like to do that. You know what I mean? So I used to always practice. Most of his songs on them, I know all by word for word. All these old dancehall, and there's always, even up to this day, when I perform, I would do my songs, but I would still incorporate his songs because I always look up to him like, you know what I mean? Like I tell him, my idols, you know what I mean? So the music is always there from small, but as you mentioned, my dad is also a musician. He plays the guitar. My mom plays the guitar, sings in the choirs and those little things. So the music is always, even my grandfather is he plays the violin, the mouth organ, in all function like weddings and birthday parties they would call him. And he was one of the main musician on the island of Pitimatnik at the time. He and this other guy named Almas. So the music is there from from long time.
Okay, well, definitely it's in the family. And we're going to listen to some of the music in a while. But I have a question before that. You know, definitely you're from a musical family, you're from a creative family. You know, I like the bond that you have. And definitely that means that Ruston is the older brother, right?
That's correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, good. Now I've got to ask you guys that creative process, what does that look like when you're writing or composing a new song? Where does the idea come from? Are you guys writing yourself or do you get help from other people? Where does that inspiration? Talk to me
Oh,
about
right. Yeah, well, let me tell you that the creativity part of it come within in me, and it also comes with everyday experience. For
that. Okay.
example, I mean, we don't want to jump in front, but the song Hypersonic.
Mm-hmm,
This song is a song that I actually put on my like not television, but on your phone in these days,
mm-hmm,
on the news, and you're seeing all this thing what's happening in Russia, Ukraine, Iran, Israel. And
mm-hmm,
then this motivated me to create to broaden my vocabulary, and also
mm-hmm,
get an open mind about everyday life and experience. So all these things inspire me to come with authentic creativity in terms of the music. Yes.
mm-hmm. Robbie, where does your inspiration
Well,
come from?
well, as, as for me, Kurt, sometimes it just comes in dreams.
Okay,
Sometimes I dream something and I would just get up fast and just kind of,
pencil it
like
into your
jot it down a
head.
little bit. Yeah, so I wouldn't forget. Or sometimes I could be out in the ocean, like I say, I'm fishing in and I have all the time in the world. And I just thinking about a lot of stuff, everyday life, that is things that is happening.
Mm-hmm,
And I would just, always write it down and keep it there. You know what I mean? And then I would have just practiced it with a beat, because my first love, is reggae dancehall. I was one of
mm-hmm,
the first dancehall artists. A lot of people don't know that, to do a collab with the reggaeton artist in Puerto Rico. That was in 2006.
mm-hmm,
And that song took me all over Puerto Rico,
mm-hmm,
touring all over Puerto Rico. That's how I get known in Puerto Rico,
mm-hmm,
doing a song with DQ and NG
mm-hmm,
for La Pella Music, JB Records, DJ Tilo here. So from there, I started, I realized, I said, wow, I could do this, you know what I mean? Like, I see the hype stuff. So I just started writing other little songs and then go to the studio, and that's, what I mean? It's a vibe someday. Just music is love.
Most definitely. And you definitely have quite a catalog, but we're going to be focusing on new music. And we have two
Yeah,
songs
yeah.
that we're going to be featuring in a short moment, two videos. Tell us about the first one, Ruston.
Right. The first one. Well, let me start with Hypersonic,
Mm-hmm,
because it's not the first song so far that I actually did, but
uh-huh,
this is the one that I really close to, I'm passionate about. So Hypersonic, actually, this song is a song that I again wrote the song, and the rhythm came from a producer called New Times Entertainment, right?
okay.
It was also mastered and mixed by Impulse Production, you know. So this hypersonic song, as I say, is a very special song. And when I sing that song, when I started that song, this song actually started in Brush Grove. So let me tell you
Okay.
a little story, a short story about how this song come about.
Mm-hmm,
Well, me and Tarek is brethren from long time, I can tell you. We used to we used to always freestyle and from National College. And Tarek, when I came back, Tarek gave me a call because we always used to communicate. Even say if I out in Puerto Rico, like captain on the sea, we go always, communicate and things. So when I come home, Tarek called me and say, "You say Ranks boy, you say you're home because I was here." I say, "Yeah, man." I say, "I do home." And he say, "Well, listen, I go make her pass by you." I say, "No sin, man, they right here, man." Tarek come by me. I actually was a barber also. I used to trim here, right?
mm-hmm,
And you see, boy, Ranks boy, I know you is a man, you're good in the trimming long time way back, You still had the touches. I say, what you mean, man? That never go. Once a baba, always a baba. So he came and I gave him a little round, you know, not the trim me out of here, but give him a little lines up. And afterwards, he said, well, let me go up by him up there. So me and Talpi went up by him in a house, introduced me to, you know, his sons and everybody. He went and put some pilau. So we eat the pilau, and afterwards he said, boy, I have a tune to go and record in Brudge Grove by a brethren called Major League. So he said, come and go with me. Well, every time me ain't really plan anything, you know. I didn't plan nothing to go and do anything. We went up in Brudge Grove by Major League. Talpi did his song, and Talpi say, Rans, I know you back in the days, you know, you come on you. You know, you like your music. Touch them feet. They run the version. And that is when I came up with the Ukraine and Russia thing. And I say, well, nobody never come with a tsunami. I mean, they never come with them hypersonic. They came with tsunami, they came with earthquake and that kind of thing. I have to come with something different. Because they came with bomber drop. I can't go and say bomber drop. So let me try this hyper. And then I just go and I pick up the headphone and I say, I think like be like a commander in the army, and the commander telling the soldiers, missile a drop, run for cover,
Run for cover.
we hyper, and they type of say, Rams. This is what to do. Take the rhythm and go and finish and build your lyrics
Your music, yeah.
and come back. So I took the rhythm and come home, go inside my master room, in the magic room, and the rest was history.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, we're gonna give the viewers a taste of the music, and when we come back, we're gonna discuss it further. Folks, you're tuning
Right.
into the Wake Up Club. We take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna play that video, and we're gonna continue our conversation with these brothers. We'll be right back.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Missile drop. Hyper. Missile a drop. Run for cover. We hypersonic. Lord, we hypersonic. We go so boom. Never over. Then like over. Rest on over. We go so boom. Never over. Then like over. Instructions. Keep on pose down. When I touch your toes down. Take this long pose down. Water in your rose, I tell you. Keep on pose down. When I touch your toes down. Take this long pose down. Water in your rose down. Hypersonic. Lord, we hypersonic. We go so boom. Never over. Then like over. Rest on over. We go so boom. Never over. Then like over. Are you look up? Inside in the air like fireworks on New Year's. Run out the stadium and this one is a nuclear. Boom. Missile drop. Run for cover. We hypersonic. Lord, we hypersonic. We go so boom. Never over. Then like over. Rest on over. We go so boom. Never over. Then like over. Instructions. Keep on pose, girl. When I touch your toes, girl. Take this long pose, girl. Water in the rose, I tell you. Keep on pose, girl. When I touch your toes, girl. Take this long pose, girl. Water in your rose, girl. Hypersonic. Lord, fashion it. We go so boom, girl bend over, bend right over, press turn over. So baby will be silent drop, full exposure with commotion, one back over, we so high.
Ruston, listen, incredible, good vibes. Tell me, what has been the reception so far to Hypersonic?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. The reception is overwhelming. Because they say anytime you see children singing a song and the street gravity to your song, is something happening. So I say that to say every time we go, like we leave the house, me and my brother, and we go on the street, we go and do everyday business. People will be telling me, say, good job, you did a great song. The song is so related to what's and so relevant, that's the word, to what's happening today in this world. They say, why you ain't see what happened in Iran and all these places in Israel? But I say, I always come with a sarcastic part. I say, yes, man, inside, but at the same time, we're having a good time with the music. We really want no inside job.
Most definitely. Robbie, we see you in the video. I don't feel you escape. We saw you in the video.
Yes.
Because to answer that, we have to give a lot of credit to social media. You see, back in the days, you didn't have that powerful tool at the tip of our palm of our hands. You know what I mean? So we did the groundwork. We promoted. I always push it out on my page. I always send it out. So we did it months ago. So a lot of people sink into the brains of a lot of people. Even the next one you're about to play, named Fanny Nanny. That one also is always start to get a lot of hype on the street. But social media have a lot to do with a lot of it. You know what I mean? So we did push. We keep pushing. And the response is great. Like you said, everywhere we go, we can't get a rest. My phone always blowing up. People messaging. They love the vibe. They love to see the unity, especially as brothers, because I don't see that these days. You know what I mean? This world is so selfish, so cold. Such, you know what I mean? We grew up with a strong bond, strong knit family. You know what I mean? From my father, teach us a lot of morals, of my mom, sisters, everybody, but we grow up very tight. So we always keep that bond, no matter what. You might have a little, that's just natural, you know what I mean? But in reality, we always like that. We're not faking it. What you see, what you get. So we always support each other. Just as how I supporting him with his music, he support me with my music. I mean the costume and all the stuff. He's on board also with that. And all my future endeavors, we always there for each other. Well, at the end of the day, one hand on clap, you know what I mean? So unity is strength.
Definitely. And I got to ask you this because, one of my good friends, Lois J, she asking me all kind of questions, but I think she had to call you offline for that. But I know her favorite song so far is Fanny Nanny. So let's take on
Fanny Nanny.
Loisy, So let's take on Fanny Nanny, and then when we come back,
that's my girl.
We're gonna discuss both songs, and I want to hear about the experience so far because I know you hit the stage last night on the tennis court in the quarterfinals. So let's take on the second song, and then we could dive more in the music. And then you mentioned Mas. We go talk about Mas too. We take a quick break. We right back with Fanny Nanny.
Yes.
Impulse. The code man 473. You want my job? You like job? So funny. Before you burn down, girl. Find your nanny, it's around the heart. Find your nanny with a piece of your gold, girl. Find your nanny, job gone mad. Find your nanny, Find your nanny, it's around the heart. Find your nanny with a piece of your gold, girl. Find your nanny, job gone mad. Find your nanny, She have a soca hit, she nanny heating up. She nanny overheat, she want to cool it down. So let the fan turn up, but the job come down. So girl, roll. Find your nanny, Find your nanny, it's around the heart. Find your nanny with a piece of your gold, girl. Find your nanny, job gone mad. Find your nanny, find your nanny, it a run hard. Find your nanny with a piece of cardboard, girl. Find your nanny, job gone mad. Find your nanny, so she moving faster than the speed of light. So the traffic wanna press the red stop light. So the job come down to what the girl nanny. So girl hold, find your nanny, find your nanny, it a run hard. Find your nanny with a piece of cardboard, girl. Find your nanny, job gone mad. Find your nanny, find your nanny, it a run hard. Find your nanny with a piece of cardboard, girl. Find your nanny, job gone mad. Find your nanny, nanny overheat, she want to ignite it. Just like a burning spear high in the atmosphere. So the job rise up, don't try to cool it down. So girl hold it. Find your nanny, find your nanny, it a run hard. Find your nanny with a piece of cardboard, girl. Find your nanny, job gone mad. Find your nanny, find your nanny, it a run hard. Find your nanny with a piece of cardboard, girl. Find your nanny,
Listen, let me tell you something. Between Lacey J and Lois, I don't know what's going on with them this morning, but they have me cracking up this morning. So definitely, this song has vibes, you know. So I know about the first one. Tell me about the concept behind the second one, okay? And I also want to want you to walk me through your experience last night at the quarterfinals.
Well, right, the song Find Your Nanny. This song actually come about, well, the producer, which is Impulse Production, he sent the reading for me. And he said, Daddy Ranks, this reading here, I want you to do something on that reading. And, we don't want the song to be like, we want the song to be for the street. That's what he told me. The first thing he told me. So when he sent the rhythm, I listened to the rhythm. As I say, I always go in my room, in the master room, where the magic begins. And I listen to the rhythm again, and then I get in the vibes, what I really wanted to say in the song, and I say, something. Well, the nannies and them, nobody never really talk about the nannies, because the nannies taking care of the kids and all kind of things like that. And they always have nobody never really recognize we just okay. Some people leave their kids and they go, with the nannies, they go to the dance, to walk and everything else. That's what I say, well, what? Nanny? Yeah. That's a good concept. So let me just come. And then I say, to make it kind of rough now for the street, I say, well, find them with a piece of cardboard, not no fancy fan or anything else that. A piece of, because the easiest thing to get on the street, maybe by a supermarket, is a piece of cardboard. You know what I mean? And then the job I give them job on Juve morning is job. Them job easy for the piece of cardboard. You don't want no kind of new fan for the, for the oil and thing and all this thing. It's a cardboard, it's a piece of cardboard. So that's how the song come. So I say, find your nanny, it a run hard. Find your nanny, it a piece of cardboard, girl. Find your nanny, job gone mad. Find your nanny.
Listen, I'm so glad you clarified that for Lacey J and Loisy. Okay? Lacey J and Loisy, you understand you're talking about. Them nannies, there's those caregivers, those that look after.
Tell them get that one off their head. They have too much things in their head, Kurt. Too much things going on in their brains.
Okay? So I'm glad you clarified that for Lacey J and Loisy. Okay? Listen.
But Kurt, we don't continue. The good thing about it, this song goes both ways. So whoever want to take it the other way is all good.
But we know.
You understand?
We know that's what it's designed to do. But I love when it's clever like that.
Exactly.
Listen, you did the stage last night. Tell me about that experience. And is that your first time competing?
This is my first time competing in this. It's not to say I was on the soca scene for years or whatever. I just started this in 2025, and last night was just, it was it was a blessing, as Black and say. It was a blessing because, you know, they have a lot of artists there. Everybody want to go on, you know, show the talent and want it to be out there. So when we go there, all of us is friends. We bounce all of us. But when the thing start, our man to their own order. You understand? So I did, and I was just quiet, just waiting for my time to come. And I went there and I go up on the stage, and the people resonate with me. They respond. The response was great. I went there, I deliver my clarity. You know, everybody tell me the clarity was good and everything was good. So it's not me saying it because a fisherman never say if fish spoil,
Exactly.
right? So you want to hear it from the people. So if I came out and sing and they say, boy, Rance, boy, you know you should have think that you didn't play enough, you didn't perform good. Well, all criticism, you know, constructive criticism, I take it. That is one thing with me. I won't say who that person is a hater. And that is what makes me great. So for everybody to be telling me that when I came out last night and performed, you know, it was a overwhelming, it was a joy, a blessing.
Most definitely. Well, you know, best wishes to making it as far as possible. But to be quite honest with you, you've already transcended because the music is popular. People like it. It's time. So all the success this season and in the future. We're going to take a quick break. I ain't finished with both of you yet because I know there's a lot of stuff you guys are working on. So we take a quick break. We come right back. Folks, you're tuned into Wake Up Club via the Ride Along Network. We take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 backup on Pick 3, and cash for each, please.
Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet?
Yes, multi-X, all of them.
Smart! Best value bet. Backup and multi-X, you cannot go wrong.
Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your Playway, daily pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive?
Welcome back, clubbers. Of course, we're chatting with brothers Ruston and Robbie Benjamin. We're talking music, mass, and more. We touched on the music a while ago. And before I touch on the mass, yesterday, when I posted the advert with both of you coming on, Robbie, the first thing I get was politics. And this is not a political platform. Okay, we ain't diving into who. But clearly, there's some indication that you're getting involved in politics. You want to share a little on that before we go into the mass?
Well, Kurt, the rumors that is circulating all over, it's true. I'll be running for the I'm the caretaker for the town of St. George's with change, hope for Grenada, Caribbean, Pitty And right now, everything is just, getting everything in order, getting everything in place, So I won't really go into details as for now. What is my plan and so on. So, but to clear the air, the rumors are true. And yeah.
Well, listen, we want to wish you all the success because this is about positivity. It's about growth. It's about people exploring different things. You've done it all, as you said, just like your brother, jack of all trades. So you're coming with a wealth of information from all sides of the spectrum. So, every success when it comes to politics, okay? And definitely when the thing get hot, don't forget the Wake Up Club, make sure you come on and tell us about your plans and all of that. But right now, I want to know about your plans for Soleil, the band, because, we said music, mass, and more. And I know you're involved with mass this year. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, well, we have a section in Soleil right, is Amphitrite. That is the name of the section. And our team is representing, the seahorse, right? And how the team come about is that, is like me and my cousin actually, Giselle Coutin. She's based in Trinidad. And it's something we've been discussing over the years. She came for Carnival and she was on our boat, and we were just talking about, we need to, learn the mass band, because she always does, she mass band in Trinidad. And I'm also a masquerader. I love mass and stuff. And we put the idea together. I was like, since I'm a fisherman by trade, we get together and we're like, how about the seahorse? The seahorse is a good concept. And then she took it to the rest of the designers in Trinidad, to get it, everything sorted out properly. And then they just take it to another level. And this is the outcome, like the picture that is shown there. We have different, we have 4 packages involved. You're getting the Juve, Monday night mass, Tuesday on the road, Monday on the road, Tuesday on the road. So it's an all-inclusive event, right? So once you pay for, you're getting everything, food, drinks, everything included. You know what I mean? So a lot of, people in the diaspora, is excited about it. People locally, so encouraging everybody to come and experience something different, a mass with class, where you could get your money's worth.
Yeah, I did notice that because I saw it, and I saw that there were different versions of the bodysuit itself. So it depending on the woman and what she wants to portray, what she wants to show, what she wants to conceal, that there are bodysuits designed for every woman and every body type, and that's what I liked about it. Nice concept. Tell us how we can get involved. What's the contacts and so forth, or Soleil, or to reach out to you guys should you want to get involved, should you want to play mass, where you can get more information, stuff like that.
Okay, well, you could contact. I have the contact number for my cousin in Trinidad at first. +1 8683 3380707. That's Giselle Coutin. Also, you could contact me 533-4403. Also, you could go on the website, also on Soleil Mas, Soleil.app. So anybody who is interested in booking, buying a package, you just go up there, you sign up, and then you scroll down to Trinity, and then you're going to see our section there. You have, because Soleil is a big band, Soleil have 6 sections, right? But our section is the last section. So people interested to play with in our section, you're going to see our section, the last section, and you could sign up there and purchase your package and stuff.
Yeah,
easy, like 1, 2, 3.
And you'll find all the information there.
Also,
go ahead.
The people who want to buy directly from me is not a problem also, because there's a lot of people who, they don't like the credit cards, not everybody's into, So a lot of people contact me and say they want to just, pay me for the costume directly. So it's all good, not a problem.
Okay, and definitely on the Facebook page for Soleil and on the website, you're going to get all the information. Tell us about the Juve band, the Monday night band. Tell us about that. Because maybe I don't want to play mass, but I want to play with the Juve, or I want to play Monday night mass.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good question. Well, the Monday night, if he doesn't wants to play Juve, right, and you want to play Monday night, we won't be charging you the same price as, you know what I mean? It's going to be something off for that, you know what I mean? But the Monday night package, trust me, I'm advising everybody, jump in on that. The Monday night package is is very attractive, you know.
When you have the images and stuff, please share them with me so I can share them on my social media as well, so people can see what they can get involved in. Because I know the demand is there. A lot of people are still undecided of where they're playing. So, you know, definitely there is that time. You know, let me ask you something. Like, well, I think I'm asking the question, but I know the answer. You all are creative people, so jumping into mass from music is no biggie. It's just part of the culture and what you guys are about. But I've got to ask you this question, and this is for both of you. How has your relationship as brothers, because this is unique, the fact that you all have such a close relationship, how has your relationship as brothers influenced each other's creative paths?
Well, our relationship as brothers, it influenced it because, as he said before, he talked about the bond. You know, we have a strong bond, and we grow up with so much of family values. Our mother and our father, they grow us up, I would say, in the right way. You know, from small anything. If I have something, I share it. He has something, he share it. And this is the little things like, you know, home values. And as he say again, you know, you might have a little differences and stuff like that, you know, but it's how you deal with the little differences, you know, and don't escalate, don't make things you talk, you know, because we don't want to sugarcoat anything and feel, well, life is a bed of roses. You know, you have a little misunderstanding, you say, hey, come to the table, bro, this is that, you know, you shouldn't do that, or I shouldn't do that, because I'm the biggest critic of myself when it comes to perfection, you know. And I gonna wake up every morning and say, boy, nah, not wake up in the morning, but when I finish my day and I lie down on my bed in the night, I say, boy, Ruston Benjamin, Daddy Ram, oh, what did you do wrong today? Well, you know, you shouldn't do that so, you know. You shouldn't do that so. So this now giving you, you know, some form of correction to correct yourself. So that is how me and he we deal with this situation. And once you deal in that way, you could never have problem because you don't have nothing in your mind towards the next brother. And people are going to try to compare you and say, boy, this brother doing this or this, that. Don't worry about that. We talk about all that. Do not fall in the comparison and all these things, and you're going to be good.
Robbie.
Well, Coach, you sum it up, you know, nicely, you know what I mean? But like you were saying, you know, it's just the unity, the bond we have, you know, the support system we have as brothers, you know, we always encourage each other to be the best we can. Like you said, nothing is perfect, you know, stuff happens, but the main thing, we don't take it to heart. You know, we always, you know what I mean, resume our problems, get together and back to the drawing board and say, yo, you know, you see apology? I'm a person, I'm bigger on apology. You know what I mean? I don't hold people in heart. You know, my brother could tell you that, my whole family could tell you that. Even though I don't have enemies, you know? No matter what in life, you're going to have haters, you're going to have people who would just like you for just being you. Understand? But as far as me and my brother is concerned, we always encourage each other, you know, always since when I migrated to Puerto Rico, he was, as he said, he was a captain over there. And then I moved there, started working on ships also, you know, and then I had an accident, stay on land for a while because of therapy and stuff, and I started living there. I had my own business running music and stuff, selling CDs and stuff. And he's always come and always, you know what I mean, motivate me and say, man, you know what I mean, just keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? Just keep reaching for the stars, reaching for the goal, you know what I mean? Don't bother with no negativity. Even like you said in the music, right now a lot of people are like, oh, you know, your brother is doing soca. When you're going to drop your music? Because I have a groovy also, but it's not a rush for me. You know what I mean? Because my hands is tied up in a lot of things. Why is this competition? Okay, my brother have some soca songs out. I should run and drop my groovy and drop songs just to. Music is a mission for me, not a competition. And it's like you say, we're not here to fight down each other. We're here to encourage and build. You know, make each other great. You know what I mean? Motivate each other. So whenever I drop my groovy next year, he's gonna be with me 100%, 1,000%, just like how I behind him 1,000% too. You know what I mean? So we just the love and unity, nothing can break that. That bond, correct? Who God bless, no man curse. God is the greatest.
Most
Every time.
definitely, and that energy is there. And Lacey J says, sounds like your parents were amazing parents. Glad young men have a great example to follow. And I have to echo those sentiments, but it leads to my next question. What advice would both of you give to young creatives who want to pursue a career in music or carnival arts?
Simple. Continue following your dreams. Put your dreams into reality. You have an idea, right? And you feel you could go along with it and build on it. Continue, because when you have a like a piece of ice or a block of ice, and you give it one life, sometimes you break. So continue hitting it until you break the ice. Do not give up and stay away from trouble, right? And be respectful to your elders and always be courteous and humble.
Amen.
Yes.
Robbie?
I would say stay focused, keep your eyes on the prize, and sometimes we got to take constructive criticism. It's good, people would criticize you no matter what. Your back have to be broad. If you have to be in music, you have to be in politics, you have to be, no matter, you have to be able to take criticism. That's just how it is. People going to come at you, but you cannot, let that get into you and feed into all this. You have to be an independent thinker, be a leader and not a follower. Just continue on your goals and just stay focused at all times. Because like I said, if you have to consume into negativity and social media and what this one say in this comment, that one say, that caused a lot of people to commit suicide in a crowd. A lot of people to fail. Understand? That's just the reality. You have to know what you want. Nobody can think for you, innit? In this life, everybody paddle their own canoe. So just continue on your journey and God will do the rest.
Okay. Most definitely. Now I'm gonna ask this question, and it's about collaboration. And you guys already collaborate because you guys are supporting each other, whether it's by music, whether it's by advice. You all are family, your brothers, to the greatest extent. Any thoughts about collaborating on a song together?
Oh yeah. And we already did that before with in Puerto Rico when we used to sing reggaeton, with the artists, with this big artist De La Ghetto. Funny as it is, we did a song, a collaboration, and it's because it wasn't in the right time to push the music. As we always say, everything happened at the right time. So yes, this is the making, definitely, a collaboration. And as I say, I'll be with him when he's ready to, do his groovy song. I'll be with him, put some ideas, put this together. But he's going to be the main person doing his thing, but I'm going to be with him 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you guys have been doing music for quite a while. Where can we find the music? Is there a YouTube channel? Where can we find your music? Because I am big into reggaeton, so I'd love to hear your stuff. Where can we find your music?
So what we're doing right now, you could find, he's going to tell you more about the reggaeton with the music on that. But as we say, you could find it on YouTube. And then I just built a YouTube channel, so it's pretty young. So you gotta look for Daddy Ranks. Go on Daddy Ranks, and then once you type in that on YouTube, you're gonna see the music pop up, hypersonic, all the little reggaetons with it, and find your nanny, all this music. So I'm gonna let you say his part now.
Okay, Robbie.
Yeah, well, I'm also on YouTube. His artist name is Daddy Ranks. I'm Canny Ranks, CANNYRANKS. I'm Canny Ranks, and you could find me on DJ Tilo, Canny Ranks, the music. That's one I have, and then also I have the collab with Angie JQ. That one is reggaeton. That one is on fire. I also did a collab with my brother. Like he was explaining with this big reggaeton artist, a good friend of mine, De La Ghetto. We did a song called Mas Fuego, meaning more fire. And that song, the only reason the song gets held back a little bit, well, it gets held back because that artist was already signed to a different label.
Okay.
So he did the same chorus he used in our song. He go and do it on the next song. But he was already signed, so they blocked Mas Fuego.
Okay.
So that big song we did with he and some other reggaeton artists, that gets stifled for us, you know. But you too.
Most definitely. Listen, we're almost out of time, so I want to give both of you the opportunity for some parting words to talk to your fans. We're going to begin with you, Daddy Ranks. Go ahead.
Right. So, Daddy Ranks, as I say, you'll find my music on YouTube. And my fans, to all my fans, I want to say much gratitude from me to you. I want to say big up personal good morning and top of the day greetings to my mom, Joyce and Teresa Benjamin, my dad, Emmanuel Benjamin. Well, the boss there right there, Robbie Benjamin. We have Ricardo Benjamin. We have Ricky Benjamin. That's my brothers. My sisters, Rainel, Rhoda Benjamin. My niece, Rodisha, Rohana, Shiloh, Rojadai. My son, Romali Benjamin. Right now he's in Colorado. My wife and, everyone who support me and my fans. Much gratitude. More still to come. Boom.
Robbie.
Well, good. Also, I would like to say, to all my fans, friends, everybody who've been supporting me over the years, there's a lot more to come, and continue supporting me, supporting the movements. Gratitude is a must. All the clubbers, my diehard fan, Lacey, Lacey, Red Salami, my girlfriend, she always been the rock, always by my side, my sister Renelle, Shaman, Giselle, everybody on our team, that is pushing the Pretty Mas band, So everybody, my mom, dad, sister, brothers, everybody. You have too numerous to mention, I know we're out of time, so peace and love, and appreciate Kurt, appreciate also, giving us the opportunity on Ride Along. Junior George is my boy. He's every time we meet, he's a love. So the whole team, Ride Along team, I just want to say gratitude.
Listen, go ahead, Ruston.
One more thing, I want to give enough respect to Impulse Production, New Times Entertainment, Major League, Talfree, Giselle. Big up yourself at the time.
Giselle, always.
Yeah.
Listen, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure this morning. Enough respect to what it is you're doing. I like the fact that, we're talking music, mass, and more. I want to thank you for joining us on the program this morning. We definitely going to leave the fans with some music as we end. Folks, you're tuned into the Wake Up Club. As I said, gratitude is a must. So I'm grateful for all of you that tune in every Tuesday and Friday. We appreciate you. We see you. Thank you for the comments. This is about positivity. There's enough negativity happening out in the world. We could stay in our corner and be as positive as we are. I say it's a fantastic Friday. For those of you in the United States, I want to wish you a happy Independence Day. It's a holiday, celebrate, but also with a lot of mind thinking and thoughts about how you can become a better version of the person you were yesterday. Thank you again for tuning in on the Wake Up Club. We'll see you on Tuesday. And of course, we leave you with some music from the Benjamins. Thank
you. Missile I drop, run back over. We hypersonic, Lord. We hypersonic. We go so boom, yeah, bend over, bend right over, press on over. We go so boom, 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 yeah, bend over, bend right over. Instruction. and pose, girl. Then I touch your toes, girl. Take this long pose, girl. Water in your rose, I tell you. Deep and pose, girl. Then I touch your toes, girl. Take this long pose, girl. Water in your rose, girl. Hypersonic, 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 Lord. Be hypersonic, hypersonic, hypersonic. We go so boom, girl, bend over, bend right over, press on over. We go so boom, 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 boom. Girl, bend over, bend right over. Are you look up? You side in the air like fireworks on New Year's. Run out the stadium and this one is a new play. Woo, boom, missile drop. Run back over. We hypersonic, 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 Lord. We hypersonic, hypersonic, hypersonic. We go so boom, girl, bend over, bend right over, press on over. We go so boom, 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 girl, bend over, bend right over. Instructions, deep and pose, girl. Bend and touch your toes, girl. Take this long pose, girl. Water in your rose, I tell you. Deep and pose, girl. Bend and touch your toes, girl. Take this long pose, girl. Water in your rose, girl. Hypersonic, 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 Lord. Be hypersonic, hypersonic, hypersonic. We go so boom, girl, bend over, bend right over, press on over. So anyway, we silent drop, full exposure with commotion, one back over, we so hyper. Today I'm still want that my rat, I make she fall out, oh my God. Hello baby, pull your temper out, and I you so hyper.